I'm a 200% Bombay girl, born, brought up, and this is home, this is life for me. So when I think I was about 2, when I knew that this is what I want to do. I want to grow up and I want to be an actor. And I think it's because of all the Bollywood jhatka matkas and watching Sri Devi and Madhuri Dixit and Kareena Kapoor on screen that made me realize that this is exactly where I want to be and this is what I want to do. So while growing up, of course, my parents saw that in me because no matter what, wherever I'd be studying or doing extracurriculars, for some reason or the other, I'd be going back into my room, putting on the TV, dancing to their songs and enacting their scenes. The most difficult thing in the industry is to get your first film. I remember when I was aspiring to be an actor, my first few thoughts were, will I get, what will be that film? Will someone cast me? And the minute Fugly, which was my first film, chose me, I was like, ab to ho gaya. Now I'm the set. But when that Friday came and the film didn't do well, that's when I realized that there's nothing that's fixed. There's nothing that is permanent over here. It's all temporary. So that made me realize that, okay, then there was the whole struggle of, will I even get another film? Because when you're a newcomer and your first film doesn't work, the risk kind of, makes it that much harder for someone to want to bank on you again. But I think at that point, that was perhaps like the lowest phase in my professional life and you're young, you don't know where you're going in life. When I realized that the most important thing is the process and the journey. And if you enjoy that and you don't get impatient about the results and your focus is not on the result or what will happen, then on its own, whatever is meant to be will happen in your life. So when I started putting myself back together and going back, whether it was training, honing my skills again, just honestly just getting out of the house sometimes, that was a point when I just realized I'm here because I love the art. And of course, the perks of it is when the fans and when the audience, accepts you and gives you that love, you're able to, touch them with your performance, whether they blush with you or smile with you or cry with you or whatever that is. So that process, when I'm on set, what I feel, that's what I'm going to cherish and that's what I'm going to always remember. For me, the best compliment also was from my parents when they saw the film and they were just like, you've really grown from what we saw you in your first film to now. Maybe uninhibited or whatever. But it has been a journey that I value because like a lot of people say, it must be so easy for her. She knows Salman sir, she knows Juhi Chawla. There are people who my parents do know. And yes, it's a huge plus when at least you know somebody because they can help you get a number, reach out to a director.
It's some in.
It's some in, for sure. But at the same time, it's not a sure shot thing at all. I mean, after Fugly didn't do well, a lot of people didn't want to meet me. They were like, we don't have anything right now. We're looking for a complete fresh face. Or there were a few people, they would meet me and then it wouldn't work out. And these were the people I really wanted to work with, who now I finally am. But at that time, they were still like, they weren't so sure whether, but the last film didn't do well. And I guess that sometimes makes a big difference. So it was a tough phase. And I felt, that was probably my lowest point. It was almost like, am I even going to get another chance here? There were days I was just home, I would go to the gym. And the best thing I did was when my parents said, if this is what you want to do, and you're sure you're giving it your all and you're going to go for this, then don't give up. Go back to everything you were doing before your first film, which was your workshops and dance classes and just everything that's, building on your own instrument, which is you as an actor. So just keep honing that craft and go audition because you have to be prepared for an opportunity. You can't be sitting at home and saying, someone's going to knock at my door and come and offer me a script. That's never going to happen. You have to, be out there, go audition, go meet people, tell them you want to work with them, the ones, the films you've been watching, the directors you want to work with.